welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing Cities Skylines. We're going to be starting a new city, and this one might be multiple parts as well because this game takes a while, but it's a lot of fun, and I've been doing pretty good and wanting to play this for a while. I'm going to cut this one up though because there's just too much, but that's okay. But I hope you enjoy. So as we're going to go ahead here and start up a city in the Green Peaks scenario or city map, and then we'll see where it goes. So I'm gonna head on in and we'll see what we get. Alright, so now we're in and taking a look at what we've got. I'm gonna start building some roads here, and that's what I do. But just taking a look, we got our freeway exit, and then just gonna build some roads and nice oceanfront view. But for now, I'm just going to leave it paused because that gives us time to build things without losing rating or any sort of stuff like that. So I'm going to build up some roads real quick, and then we'll get things going. But the good thing about this game is it lets you pause, and it doesn't have any effect, really. So I'm going to go here and build up our junction. Brings us in. And that's just an easy way to do it. It's just like this with the two roads. You're going to see here that I make it one lane roads so that they're one way. But that's a bad idea, and I end up changing it. But just to start, it gets us moving. Roads that run through town. Eventually we'll make them bigger. But just to start and get people going in, this is what we're going to do. And yeah, so it's the first attempt at this, and maybe we'll do another city if this one doesn't work out, but I think this one's going to work out just fine. Alright, so I got our first road network done, and now we're going to get into doing some power stuff. We're going to build our power plant, and hopefully soon we'll be able to unpause this city, do a little bit of zoning, and have our first people move in. But it's a good little road network. It's got spots for residential and everything like that. And what we'll do is we'll build our water and our power, and that way we should be able to, starting from the very beginning, build up a city. So I'm going to go ahead here and do that just like that. Now these pipes are good because they have a nice wide range that comes out of them, but if you didn't have that, it'd be a lot harder. Some games, though, all this travels through the road, and I believe that there's a mod for this where it also has everything travel through the road. We're going to place a sewage outflow pipe. I'm actually going to remove that one, though, because we want to make sure, as you can see the flow arrows, we don't want it to flow into the drinking water. So we're going to put it far away from that so it's flowing away from the drinking water, and it'll do good. So we got our water, our power, and we're going to make some power lines off to the pumps. The sewage and the water pumps both need power, and eventually they'll just get it from the nearby zones, but to start, power lines are going to be needed. You have to build them so they go over the road right to the power plant. And then another set for the sewage pump. Then should be able to go and start putting down our first zones. Then we'll be able to unpause. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the residential down by the water because it makes them happier and it has good effects on the value of the land, I believe. Let's take advantage of that nice oceanfront water. Well, this is riverfront, but it's the same thing. It works the same in the game, I believe. So we got that going. We're going to unpause here and just watch everything start to grow. Alright, so I went ahead and I expanded our zones a little bit. I built down some industrial and some commercial along this circle here. And I'm just filling in the power. But this will work good. And we'll watch everything start to grow. Some industrial already forming. Got our power plant up. We'll keep this polluting stuff to one side, so that on the other side, the residential, they're not complaining about the pollution, And it does good things for their health too when they're away from this. You'll have a higher healthy percentage, and it's good for their happiness. It attracts more people, I believe. Just stuff like that, that'll... small stuff, but it makes a big difference. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this road, because really quickly this will become a problem with the traffic. But as you can see here, I have those as one-lane roads, and eventually I do change that because the people can't get back into the city without getting off the freeway, and then they get stuck. So I didn't get there yet, but we're almost to a population of 460, our next milestone. Then we unlock some more things, some more all-around good stuff, and new stuff we can build, and policies and taxes. And in this video, I don't think I'm going to get too big into the districts, but maybe for part 2, we'll do some districting and policy management. The only thing I really ever play with, though, is the taxes. But that's just when I play alone, so we'll go ahead and we'll try it out here. I'm doing things a little bit differently for the video than what I normally do, but I think that's okay, because it's always good to try something new. So I'm just going to go ahead here and put down some more industrial, because that's what we have demand for, and that's good. We'll get that going. And then this will become a pretty nice industrial zone. And then it's right by the power plant. I'm trying to keep the pollution off of the water, because that flows right by the pumps. But yeah, so we've got our residential going. Just taking a look at the zoning, filling in that commercial. We'll build in these empty spaces. There's no demand quite yet, but when it happens, it's already there. There's a little bit of future proofing for this. So in case we're somewhere else and we don't see the demand go up, we can just fill it in and it'll be ready. So we're just going to sit back here and watch some more things grow, and it's doing good. Now I see the industrial has no water, so we'll put a pipe there. They've got power though, because they're close to the power plant and there's wires right there. So in the beginning here, we're kind of running out of money, so I might have to do a loan, but that's no big deal for this, because by the time you get moving, you should be able to make enough with the necessary services that you can build up some money. So I'm going to finish this, build us up some cash, and I'll see you in just a minute. Alright, it looks like we got our first milestone here. We've unlocked some new buildings. We're going to put those in place, but I just thought that while we're still working on building up some money, that I'd let y'all know that we got our first milestone in our city. So I went ahead and did some building here, made lots of roads, and expanded our residential. Now we're actually making money, at least. But I'm going to go ahead here and build up a new area. Got to go into the water a little bit, but I'm just going to squeeze the last bit of space for residential out of this area. Now, it's not quite recommended because sometimes the noise of the pumps will irritate them, but there's a park, so it kind of balances out the happiness. But yeah, now we're making money, built up some more residential and more industrial. Not so much commercial, but the demand doesn't grow as fast. Right now we have some, but I'm going to build this residential because it'll help everyone in that if there's no one to shop at the shops, they'll just close. And that happens here in a little bit, but we get it taken care of. It was because of those roads being marked one way. So that's why that's a bad idea. Because if you might be able to see now, as those cars come down, go to those shops, they can't get out and they just leave. So yeah, it's not a good thing, but that's alright, as we'll just keep going here and zone some residential. And then I'll do a little bit of expansion on the commercial because the demand is going up. But we also unlocked some new buildings, as I said previously. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put some of those in here soon as we get enough money. Because the elementary school will make it so that the citizens are a little smarter, they can get better jobs. But right now we're going to raise up the taxes because we are making money, but we could be making more money by raising the taxes. Industrial tax will go a little bit higher than everyone else. Oh, and we got a milestone. We are a worthy village. Got fire department, police department, some new unique buildings. The fire and police station are going to be the most important. We have to build those soon because once you unlock them, then things start to burn. And if we don't have one, but I believe I actually go ahead and I build the fire station first because that is a real thing that it will happen. Things will start to burn now, and they will spread, and it's not good. But oh, actually, looks like we go ahead here and we build fire station and health center, which is good because that'll make everyone happy, as you can see. But now we've gone ahead and we don't have enough money for the police station or the school. But it's hard to it's a struggle in the beginning for the first couple thousand residents. Then as long as you keep building and keep everybody happy, you won't have any of these problems with not making any money. But it's no big deal to do that. Now maybe in part 2 we could I was thinking about the idea of see where we get here and then we can either build it up or burn it down. Maybe we'll do both. But I want your guys' opinion on that. So I went and I got us up to Tiny Town. That's our new milestone. We've got new areas, new services. Parks is important because that helps with happiness. We got all kinds of new roads and policies we can do. And I was just looking at some of the special buildings we could build. But I did a little bit of expansion. Built up our industrial and commercial areas along with our residential. But what I'm going to do here is put a little tree line between now where the residential butts up against the industrial. Keeps the noise pollution and some of the ground pollution out by blocking it with the trees. It's a good way to do it, but we're progressing along nicely. We've got lots of money now. We're making money now instead of losing it. I did take out a small loan, but it was almost necessary because we would have just kept losing. I couldn't build any more zones, and the only way to make money is with zones or taxes, but they're already pretty high. We may lower them at some point, but just going on here and expanding our road network. We've got a nice landfill now as well. So this is going good, and then this episode's looking like it's not going to be as long as usual, but that's alright. Make sure to like and subscribe so I know that I'm doing the right thing and making these videos, and I'll keep making them. And then let me know, do you want to see if we do build it up some more in the next one or burn it down? Or maybe we'll do both. We'll make a save. But it's just taking a look at our economy panel on a loan we took out. And there's a fire. Oh, the fire department's already there. Alright, well that's good. They do their job. But yeah, it's important to just let me know how I'm doing and what you'd like to see. But in our city, see, we've got plenty of healthcare available. And just looking at all the objectives we've got, we're almost there. Once you start growing, though, you grow pretty fast. And you just keep the zones going. And I started to develop the other side of that little river. We'll expand that out some more to some waterfront stuff. And maybe build up some quays to keep the, in case it floods, because I don't know how that water flows if there's... But we're going to just go ahead and build out our main road a little more to the other side. That way everyone's on the same road on the way down to the freeway. And it works better that way because that should keep all the traffic if they're going to one place. But we'll probably come to find that they don't actually use that and they find a different way out. I'm not sure quite how the pathfinding works, but build up some more commercial. And then I'm going to also go ahead here and start a new residential area because I'm going to put some things around, and it's good to have people everywhere so nobody has to travel too far to work and makes traffic. I also try to add walking paths as well, as you might see here soon. And I just do this, keeps the traffic down, keeps the noise down, it makes everyone happy. I always like to build up on the hills these tiered roads that all come out and then go up. It looks cool. I don't know if being higher up does anything for the people, but I like the way it looks. So we go right here and build like that. Then we'll zone it. Well, we'll put the water first. Then we'll put the electricity once it starts to develop, because we won't know where to run the lines to until people move in. We got pretty much demand for residential only. A little bit of industrial, but seems to always follow that path. There's always more residential or industrial than commercial. Commercial just kind of develops slowly, is from what I've noticed. And then I'll go ahead and build out this. We may have to build another police and fire station, because that one on the other side of town is probably not going to be able to service the whole area. I went ahead and fixed those roads right about now. I'm going to go ahead and fix that. Now that'll allow traffic to flow both ways, which when I built that I didn't realize was very important to the zones there. But alright, we're starting to develop here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll run the power and see how it's working. It's doing pretty alright here. We've got 1,583 now residents. We're making $2,054 a week. I believe that's a week. And this one. Build our power lines out so everyone's got power. And then pretty soon here, we'll see. I saw build the quays. It makes a difference because it raises the land up a little bit. It helps with flooding, because if it rains, I'm pretty sure that would flood. We might have to make some modifications to these bridges though, and we lose a couple houses, but everyone else that moves there in the future will have a more safe shoreline. And we got water in one building. See, it's that touchy. As you can see that there's not much of a shore. There's no banks. It's just water and land and then people's houses. So I'm going to go ahead and build this under this bridge. Sometimes that doesn't work with the supports, but it seems like it worked okay here. And we'll have to rebuild those power lines, but that's no big deal. To keep the water out of people's houses, it's worth it. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and build up these quays. And you'll notice in some areas it makes the area where you can build a little bit bigger. So you squeeze bigger buildings out of smaller areas because it flattens everything out so no one's on a hill. Let me go ahead and build this last one. This bridge is giving us trouble, so might have to redo the bridge. We're going to do these power lines first because that's for the sewage pipe. Yeah, they're already complaining about the sewage. Had power loss for maybe 10 seconds. We're flowing now. That's all that we needed. So I'm going to do some more building, and I'll be back in just a minute. Got us up to our next milestone here. Now we're a boom town. We got lots of new roads, ferry things, and some new buildings, new advanced wind turbines, all kinds of health stuff. The post office. That's new to this. That wasn't around, I don't think, in the last time I played. But it wasn't that long ago, but they've had some updates recently. I developed some more of this residential area and build it up. But yeah, everything's going good here in our city. And I just might start developing the other side of that river. We got another industrial area starting to grow. Had to build a couple wind turbines because we just can't service the demand for our electricity. But I'm going to build a high school here, and we've got an elementary school, high school. And I should keep everyone nice and educated. We'll go ahead and build a couple parks too, because that'll make everyone a little happier. And that's important, because if they're not happy, everything's low and they don't develop as big, because you can get bigger houses on those lots. But if they're not happy, they won't develop that way. And we got to get power to the high school. We're going to pull that. Build up some more industrial here too. It's good just in case, because now that we're a little bit bigger, that I might not be looking, so it'll pass by. That's developing already. So we got worker shortages here. It must be traffic related, because it's right down the street from some residential. Build up line to the high school. That's important, because it's not going to open if there's no power. So just like that, and then it's all good. Got a nice city going though. This is one of my nicer ones. Usually I play with all kinds of mods, but this is just vanilla cities. I don't think I have any mods on right now. In fact, I disabled most of them. The only mod I've been using is unlimited money, but I'm going to shut that one off for the video, because we're going to get the authentic experience. But I'm just going to go ahead here and demolish these with the worker shortage. Something I've never been able to figure out is once they start showing that, it never goes away. And then they just go abandoned anyway, so we'll just blow them up. But, yeah. Not playing with any mods. One mod I might consider, though, depending on how big this gets, is one that lets you buy all of the tiles on the map. It's called 81 tiles. It lets you buy all the tiles, although you gotta use it with a couple of other mods, because once you go outside the area you're supposed to be able to buy, it causes some problems. So, things like that, and it'll work, but I have all that disabled right now for our video. So I'm just going to go ahead and build a couple more wind turbines, because we're consuming 54 megawatts of power, and we're only making 53, and we're still growing, so I'm going to build some wind turbines. That's going to run us out of money, but can't always win. So it's going to take a second, and I'll be right back once we get our power going and our money back up. Maybe we'll develop the rest of that commercial area, but alright, I'll see you in just a minute. I went ahead and I did a little bit of building, quite a bit of building actually, and this original industrial area, I dezoned it, and I'm going to remove it. Got to empty that landfill. That's going to take a while, but that'll let us build more residential here once the pollution clears up. We just got to move a couple buildings around, and I'm going to pull out that road, and then we'll just wait until that pollution goes away. Kind of funny though, I believe that was an elementary school on the pollution, but that'll go away soon. Doesn't stay very long. After the factories are gone, it goes away. But yeah, lots of nice buildings, and yeah, it's all looking good though. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, it was a police station, not an elementary school. But the city's looking good. It's all looking good, really. But yeah. So I wonder. That's what we've got. That's our city. So I'll go in just a little bit. I'll be right back. Alright, so now we're back and did some more building. Got us some more money. I've just been doing some little improvements to the river here. Made some walking paths, and I'm going to go ahead and expand this road just a little bit. But we're probably going to be wrapping up here soon. So, well, let me know what you think. Leave a like, subscribe, drop down a comment, because this video is getting too long for today, and part 2 will be out soon. But we're just going to go ahead and keep doing some more building, and I'll see you in the next one, which is most likely going to be in the next couple days as we wait for this landfill to empty. I'm going to wait 2 days for that. No, not really. But, yeah, that'll do it for this one. Let's just take one last look at our little city, and I'll see you in the next one.